was the curiosity factor.
I've seen lots of
What will
people
they
on
do with
Twitter saying I liked it. So I think the expectation is that they will find an audience. It just won't be to the level the audience that they had before.
No. Do you think
that,
they should have brought it back, Luke?
No, but I can completely understand why
I can understand why.
It's a money-making thing. This is shown in 300 countries around the world or something.
Yeah, I think Matt LeBlanc said on Graham Norton that on Sunday it was on here on Sunday, and by Wednesday it would be in 90. It'll have been seen in 90 countries.
I was slightly exaggerating for comic effect, but
well, I quite like Matt LeBlanc. Just generally, you were talking about him I've seen him in interviews, and I found him quite. Not boring, laid back, but not boring.
He's laid back.
He's not laid back. He's perpendicular. He's
first mention of that on the podcast.
There isn't an interesting. He's a petrol head who was on a comedy that was quite good. That's about all you knew about him from the interview with Graham Norton.
I'll just mention quickly A Midsummer Night's Dream because it's something that I initially was like, oh, I'll give it a go, but it's another Shakespeare. We've just had The Hollow Crown. The sort of basis of the plot. It's leading up to the wedding between Theus and Hippolyta, who's the sort of he's like an Athenian king. She's the queen of the Amazons, and in the book, obviously, it's sort of lovey-dovey. This is Russell T Davies adapting it, by the way, so it's going to be a bit odd.
Were there any Daleks in it?
There weren't, but Bernard Cribbins was there. The first thing you see is that he's turned Theus into like a fascist dictator, and that Hippolyta is basically being forced to marry him. She's wheeled on in one of those sort of Hannibal Lecter things with a full mask and everything like that. So already he sort of changed it. The style of it is quite in your face. All the fairies are done up to
very colourful, isn't it?
Steampunky sort of.
Ooh.
Maxine Peake is Titania. And her and the guy playing Oberon, whose name I don't know, have got almost like a sort of antagonistic relationship with each other. The CG in this is fantastic, as you would expect, I think. Russell T Davies has enlisted some of the old sort of Doctor Who crew to work on this, and Murray Gold, who does the music for Doctor Who, is also involved in this. A lot of the traditional aspects have gone. There was a bit of the furore that there was a lesbian kiss towards the end of this. The only sort of traditional bit was the bits with the actors, as you said, Bottom, here played by Matt Lucas. A lot of familiar faces in what they call the mechanicals, who are the actors putting on the play for the wedding. So you had like Elaine Page, Bernard Cribbins, Richard Wilson. They were all in these scenes.
I think that's the first time Elaine Page and Bernard Cribbins have been mentioned in the same sentence ever.
It was funny. It was different. I think the whole style, as Luke said, was very colourful. It kept me engaged for the whole 90 minutes. I think it was a lot to stuff into 90 minutes, as the play normally runs for about 3 hours. I really enjoyed it, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I did. The second and third episodes of Mum, which were on while we've been away, because we had a bit of a gap last week. I want to know, because we talked with Gary, and you were only sort of halfway through the second episode.
I have watched all of the second episode.
And?
No, he doesn't like it.
No, I'm gonna carry on because you two keep going on about it, and I want to persist. She is just such a characterless person that people around her are the ones that you're supposed to.
I wouldn't say that at all.
No,
I'm saying is it's my opinion that I think.
I would put her. I mean, I don't know, you didn't watch this either, but if anything, she's the Tim in The Office to everybody's.
I watched The Office.
Tim and Dawn.
Yeah, in as much as she is keeping us grounded, and saying, look at all these people. She's us.
Her and Peter Mullen.
That's why I say I'm going to stick with it, because maybe it's one that you have to.
But her character is one of she's just like a normal woman, who's just lost her husband.
Then that's not what I want in a comedy show. I've got that in real life.
But you've got the comedy aspect through other, she is a normal woman.
It's dialogue based.
Yeah. So you're not having big, overtly large characters. It's not a laugh out loud sitcom. It's an observational one, and you have got the comedy characters, as you said, in Lisa McGrills, who plays Kelly, and Dorothy Atkinson, who plays Pauline. You've got those characters, but you can't have everyone be at that level. You can't have everyone be at 11. You need
it would be manic if you did.
Need someone who can be that proxy. You have that in most sitcoms, if not all sitcoms. You have someone who is the normal. For example,
who is you watching these people?
That normally isn't the star. That normally isn't the focus of the show. It's called
Well,
Mum.
not necessarily. It's an ensemble piece.
No,
it's not
but it's called. Then why is it called Mum?
Because they're
all things that are happening to her.
All the
They're all
characters are
congregating around her.
connected to her. She's the centre. That doesn't necessarily make her the lead character. And I think it's similar to his previous work, Him and Her.
I just tell you what I think.
The couple in Him and Her weren't the big characters, really, were they? Steve and Becky.
Also, the love story in Gavin and Stacey was interesting, but Gavin and Stacey themselves weren't the draw of that show.
But a lot of people said that about Spaced as well, that the two main characters were quite dull. So that's why I never got on with Spaced. So, you know, I have to, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's that style
dull. I just think she's quiet.
Well, I think she's dull. But anyway, I'll watch the third one. So...
Well, we won't like the third one at all because there's even more. There's Tanya Franks in that one. She's even bigger character. So
that's right. Well, we'll have to see how that.
But one of your criticisms of the first episode was that you said you couldn't see them carrying on.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
And they've introduced the plot with the son going to Australia and things like that.
I didn't know that in that first episode that they were doing like 2-month jumps. That makes more sense.
Even though we told you.
They're doing a whole...
No. But when I watched because you didn't tell me until after I'd watched the first episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I just add in a little bit? Just confirmation on Twitter. Carla Lane has passed away.
Oh.
Carla Lane. Sorry.
Who a lot of people have compared Mum to, but a lot of her sitcoms.
A lot of her sitcoms.
You could see Carla Lane writing Mum actually. You know.
Bread, The Live Birds, and Butterflies.
One of the best theme tunes ever. Bread.
Gotta get up, gotta get out. Grab the world by the throat and shout. Gotta find it, get us a shell. Making bread out of nothing but air. Riding high, then hitting the ground. Catching a penny, but missing the pound. Doesn't matter, cause we'll soon turn it around. Soon as we get home, we make it and we take it home. Nothing's gonna break it home. We'll keep it in the family. We'll be right at home.
Not a great show, but a great thing.
Bread was of its time, of the 1980s, where they were all on the dole and stuff. It was very of its time. It doesn't. Butterflies still stands up today. Of any Carla Lane sitcoms, if you've never seen any of Carla Lane sitcoms, check out Butterflies because that is a good show. I would agree. Okay, pick of the week. I'm not even prepared for this today. Pick of the week.
Oh, Matt, you're all over the place. I will go first then. Monday sees the return of Jimmy McGovern to our screens. This time, Reg is the true story of Reg Keys, who I remember seeing on the news not that long ago. He was a policeman who took then Prime Minister Tony Blair over. He just confronted him over the participation in the Iraq War. I don't know whether I'll enjoy it an awful lot, but I wanted to point people in its direction. Jimmy's last thing, Common, we kind of enjoyed, but it was a little bit preachy, and I imagine that this will be just as preachy again.
And then he's doing something about a priest, which will be even more preachy. They'll just be preaching,
Matt.
innit?
God, Matt, I can't bear you tonight.
Why not?
I don't know, you're coming up with all these great lines I'm going to have to edit out. It's just annoying.
I'm going for 2, and they're both Channel 4 comedies.
Oh, don't pick one, because I'm probably going to pick the other one.
All right, well,
You're always picking 2.
I'll go for The Return of the Last Leg. I absolutely love this series, and the important thing is that as we're coming into the period of time around the EU referendum, the European Championships, and all of that, we get these guys and their satirical look. I think the last series was their best.
Jeremy Corbyn will be on this.
That's right, yeah. And the big thing is that Jeremy Corbyn is going to be the guest on the first episode, so that's going to be great. The episode where they had Nick Clegg is still one of my favourites.
First of all, thanks for coming on and that. Lovely to have you. I want a guarantee from you, right here, right now, no bullshit. Okay? Because if I smell a hint of it, bullshit. That's a bullshit buzzer. And you do...
And what if the question's...
Bullshit.
Whoa.
Bullshit.
Whoa.
No. That's my buzzer. No, this is... Sorry. This is... Bullshit.
I see...
Okay. Yeah. I can see. I can see that this is. This is.
I won't.
Clearly.
I won't touch it.
It's right though. What the paper. You don't listen to the disabled, do you? So.
And mine was going to be Gary's other pick, and we need to clamp down on Gary having like 2 or 3 picks of the week. Power Monkeys, which is basically the follow-up for Ballot Monkeys. This is again based around the referendum. I can't. Guy Jenkins and Andy Hamilton, the writers of the Dead Donkey, writing it up to the day again. Big cast in this: Archie Panjabi, Jack D, I think.
Yeah. Claire Skinner,
Kevin
McNally, Andy Nyman, and Amelia Bullimore.
And Ida Field. Let's hope she doesn't ruin this like she almost did to Fresh Meat.
That is it. If you want to get in touch, like Gary said earlier, if you've got a couple of old shows that you don't think you've ever heard our opinions on, get in touch. You can do it via any one of the 3 of us. I'm at Luke Custard TV, Matt is at Matt's TV Bites, and Gary is at The Gary Show. Just get in touch. Tell us. You don't even need to tell us why you liked it. Just say, I've never heard you discuss ... Please, will you have a watch and talk about it on the podcast?
I'm going to go and cook a lasagna now, so...
I'm doing a spag bowl.
Does that mean putting it in the oven or putting it in the microwave?
Yep. I was going to say I'm making my spag bowl from scratch, but I'm just putting mince in with a stirring sauce.
That's better than me. I'm just
not dolmio though. You'll be pleased.
I'm literally putting a lasagna in the oven, so I'm no better.
Okay, well that is it. We will be back soon-ish.
More food talk next week.
Yeah.
Download this podcast from thecustardtv.com.